Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
And I'll be doing better when we get into this game. Phoenix versus Dnmk. This is gonna be a banger of a game. Um, I'm really excited. Both these teams, they're known for being good.
Mhm.
Phoenix, they are newer to the scene. DNMK, they've been here for a while, had a couple roster changes, and they have Edward now. So I'm excited to see what's going to be going on in either of these camps. I know, okay, one of the Phoenix players just left the server, so it looks like it's going to be being delayed a little bit longer, but it shouldn't be too long now. First map, Cafe. Let's talk about that. Who do you think this map swings in favor of?
Huh. Okay, before we get to Cafe, I should remind you all that all these teams are competing for a 4,000 Rand prize pool. We started the tournament with 8 teams in 2 pools of 4 each. So how the storylines have kind of played out for each of these teams so far is what we'll talk about while we wait for that last player to get into the lobby. So DNMK in the group stages, they won 2 out of their 3 matches. They went 8-6 against Exhale on Cafe, and I just have to say, by the way, Exhale gave us the closest matches in this tournament so far. 8-6, like I said, against DNMK on Cafe, and then 8-6 to Sinister 5 on Chalet. Unfortunately, they were eliminated from the tournament. So back to
Yeah.
DNMK, 7-1 against Blaze on Oregon, and then they lost 7-4 to Bravado on Villa. So what that tells me is that DNMK is comfortable on those 3 very popular maps. And since it went almost all the distance on Cafe the last time they were there with Exhale, I think that they're going to be pretty okay going into this first match in this best of 3.
Yeah. DNMK, they are consistent, but the thing
Mhm.
is, we have seen them stumble towards the end of the game, which I really hope we don't see here. Um, so they do have that little little bit of pressure on them when it reaches the late game if they're not able to close out the game earlier in the thing. Phoenix, we haven't actually seen much of them. I know we saw them in the ROG, but that's about it. And after that, there really hasn't been much other than this tournament. So not too much to play off of them. So they're still trying to prove themselves here. They are a formidable team, and I just want to see if they can get further in this thing, or will DNMK stop their little run here and move on to the semis themselves?
I agree with you that Phoenix haven't shown us that much, but their group stages weren't the best time for them. So they won 1 out of their 3 matches. 7-4 against Insta 5 on Clubhouse. They then lost 7-4 to Vibin on Oregon and lost once again to Imperial 7 on Clubhouse. So in terms of their map selection, on Clubhouse, they won once, they lost once. It's really anyone's guess as to how they would do on that map. And on Oregon, yeah, they won. They were defeated, but then again, they lost to Vibin, who, by the way, are one of our semi-finalists.
Yeah. Sinister 5 also in the semi-finals, and they'll be versing the winner of this match, not this map. So yeah, DNMK versus Sin 5 or Phoenix versus Sin 5. Gonna be an exciting game, actually. But for now, we have this one. And still waiting on who are we waiting on? One of the Phoenix players. Clout. Alright. Clout is back in the lobby finally. And it looks like we're gonna be getting on into the game as soon as these teams say that they are ready. And yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, looks like we are ready. Cool. We're gonna be getting onto the game now. Map 1, Cafe Dostoevsky. All
Let's
right.
go.
Phoenix defense, DNMK attack. All right.
So DNMK versus Phoenix. The last time that DNMK played against Exhale, they were playing on this very map, and Exhale on the attacks were just phenomenal with their objective play. In their 6 rounds that they were attacking, they managed to plant 3 times compared to DNMK's 2. Now, it might not seem like much of a difference. 2 is 1 less than 3. But if we think about what that means, 3 out of 6 plants means that half of Exhale's attacking rounds, they were getting that diffuser planted successfully. And that tells me that Dnmk maybe was struggling a little bit on their denial game, and that also on their attacks, they could learn some lessons from that match.
That's a lot of plants. So let's see if they can get the plants down themselves, as they're gonna be attacking now. Phoenix, up to them. The Maestro off the board. That is a pretty big ban. Maestro brings a lot to this map, and definitely one of my favorite operators to bring as well. And the last band is going to be the Mirror. Mirror being also an amazing operator in Cafe, so it's no surprise to see her off the board. And on the attacking side, we've got Thatcher, who is basically an insta-ban for South African Siege. And Jackal, who, although not as good as some other operators on this map, he is still a menace. Okay, here we go. First round, looks like we're going to be going to Bar Cocktail. And seeming fairly default lineups, other than the castle. I'd say it's more of a, you don't see it as often, but he is still picked on this side for those windows to make sure that white repel, white stays as well. Just try and stop it. And then we're going to be seeing the swap from Buck to Sledge. And I'm not entirely sure if I agree with that. He does have nades, so it's just whether you choose a skeleton key or the nades. Let's just see if they can utilize those grenades to the full potential. Leventus, he's been playing Sledge for most of his games, so it's no surprise really to see him on that Sledge. We're going to be seeing a cigar hold here. Okay, so that's why they brought the castle.
Right.
That makes a little bit more sense, and it's probably, no one has a shotgun though, so I'm not entirely sure who's going to be playing inside of there. We're probably going to be playing around that pixel side. So yeah, I enjoy this. I like this a lot with the Aruni gate stopping any stopping any projectiles to breaching that castle and getting it open to try and get that cigar player, which just makes the attackers have to use a little bit more util. And first action phase here.
I was going to ask whether you think that castle pick is like a pocket strat, because more often than not, castle is used when teams are defending the second floor, which is but rather reading and that side of the map. But it seems like this setup from Phoenix, at least to my eyes, is focused around eating up as many projectiles as the attackers will be bringing. As you can see, they have a total of 9, 6 grenades, 3 flashbangs. So the ADS's magnets, laser gates from Aruni, and the Womai discs will be in a good position to eat up all that utility. The first body that finds the floor is Clout, and then second is AML, as Leventis finds him from the sun's skylight. Excuse me, I was about to say the sunset.
Yeah, AML follows suit. Right off the Clout, he falls 6 feet deep. 3 versus 5 in favor of Dnmk. 1 minute 50 on the clock, so Dnmk still has all the time in the world to play with. Yeah, Pana, he's holding a tight angle, making sure no one pushes into Cigar. But the thing is, look at that. All that utility inside of Cigar, and it's all gone now. And so is Pana. He drops as well. The Cigar hold not working out at all. Shadia, he's going to be the last line of defense here before it all falls onto Saw. They're playing very separated. No crossfires are able to be held. Saw, he almost gets beaten by the grenade. They know the positions of these players now. This is just going to be so difficult. If Saw's able to hit the shot, very close. But he's bested by Dan the Man. Now it's Shady and a 1 versus 5, but it's a flawless round from Dnmk to start us off. Amazing attack. The defense had so much potential. Just those early frags, those early picks. Dnmk shutting it down and showing us that they're not here to play any games. Well, they are here to play games. See, but you know what I'm trying to say.
That was a good round from Dnmk. I think good is an understatement, as it was flawless. They didn't lose a single body, and I don't think they even took a single bit of damage. Their HP was at 100 for every single one of them at the end of the round. And it came down to what we were talking about at the start of the stream. Dnmk are a nicely coordinated team. I feel like their synergy is usually quite on point. Their ability to communicate and to pass information with their drone work, I think, shows itself when they are on attack. And also their refrag capability, though we haven't seen that this game since, they didn't get a single body of theirs killed. But their refrag game is also something that I think we should be watching out for as we continue with these rounds. Going to the second one, and it's going to be yet again the bar bomb site, this time with a slightly different setup, I think, because that castle one just kind of didn't work out. The cigar presence from Phoenix was, I think, for the most part ignored, at least for what I could see, and instead a lot of the focus from the attack came onto that new balcony side of things.
So yeah, it is going to be the exact same setup as last round. So the castle on the double door, and then on both of white windows, white hallway and white stairs. And yeah, everything going to be similar. Saw on the roam, and AML, he's going to be the one that plays inside of Cigar. Let's see if Phoenix are able to actually hold on to these tower positions, these areas, a little bit longer than last round. And I don't think they're going to be going for any more aggressive peaks. Yeah, they all quite settled down, settled in their areas, and not going to be going, not going to be giving too much to Dnmk, as they learned that from last round.
Cloud was on a deep roam the last time that we were with him, and right now here he is at the top of this brown stairs. He's trying to eliminate anyone entering from the bottom of white stairs and also from the new hatch, though he is in a pretty precarious position as he doesn't have the high ground, and the upticks on the ARs from the attackers will easily net them a headshot if it does come to an open gunfight. Right now it's the power positions. You're talking about Sunset, and Shady is actually hit directly with a flashbang as they sail through and burn the ADSs, and he's going to fall back but just a little bit and goes into the washroom. So he's still trying to maintain presence for his team on that side of the map instead of just letting it all fall into the hands of Dnmk. Half the round has gone, and this is good so far. No bodies have met the ground, and it's looking better for Phoenix than it was last round. Of course, as I say that, James comes in with a swing, assisted by his teammate on the Ash, and they take down AML.
AML first to hit the ground, and it's going to be Saw that actually gets the frag onto Edward. I thought that was going to swing the other way, but apparently not. Saw has other things in mind, but he is out of his mind now as he swings that again, and he's bested by Leventus as he's back on that skylight position 2 versus 4 as Mario picks up Clout. He's picking up no Clout there. And Shady, a good frag onto Dnmk, put it into 2 versus 3, almost landing that headshot by 1 pixel, but he's able to fall back into Piano now. This could be a big play from Shady if he's able to work it out. Pana, he's on his own. Shady, I like what you're thinking, but Dnmk's not thinking the same way. This could be the round difference if Shady is able to pull this off.
I'm not entirely sure if he will be able to pull that off because there is a Nomad on the side of Dnmk in Edward, but it doesn't matter as James finds the last kill onto the man himself we're talking about, and it's another round for Dnmk. And just look at that castle barricade on the left. I feel like, yes, there is a place for it in the strat, but in that position that Shadia was, it kind of works against him because he doesn't have that much easy access into Cigar Shop, which is where James was.
Yeah. It just felt a bit clunky there. It just felt like Phoenix wasn't using it to its full potential, and they're going to be hopping off of the castle into a pulse as we move 1 floor down to Reading Room Fireplace. Still avoiding that kitchen area, and I like the bandit pick. Honestly, you don't see too much bandit in PL anymore. I feel like Mute is kind of taken bandit's place, but now with that Mute rework, it's gonna be. I feel like we're gonna be seeing a little bit more bandits being played here and there.
Yeah, that Mute rework for sure is going to change things up because now the way his gadget works, if you try to get 2 reinforced walls, it doesn't cover the entire area as it used to before. So operators like Ace and Hibana are going to be happy with that change. Speaking of changes, what is like the biggest one that stands out for you now that Operation Crystal Guard is in effect?
Honestly, the HP is a big thing for me. Like, I played the first ranked games I played in a long time yesterday with Justin and them, and the HP caught me off guard. Like, hopping onto Maestro, 125 HP. This is just weird to see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like it or not. I think it's cool, but it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like Valorant. Oh, okay, he's tagged 110. It's it's just a little weird, you know? I don't know. I like it. I don't like it. It's really personal preference for people. I haven't seen anyone complaining about it yet, though, so that's always a good thing, I'd say. Cloud, he's playing a bit aggressive here. He's going to get droned out. They know exactly where he is. He swings wide. He's actually able to get out of there alive. Cloud hasn't been having the best of luck in these past 2 rounds, and Lady Luck is on his side as he's able to rotate out into trains. But now he's a little stuck. If you look at his position, he is quite stuck. Mario, he's droning back. If they vault in, it's going to be a free kill for Cloud, and he looks away. So there is no vault in regardless. Someone's on that window. So if he pushes back into dining, I doubt he'll get out of there alive. He's drone out again, so yeah, Cloud's basically just a dead man here at this point. He's fighting back though, but it's not going to be enough. James, he overwhelms him, and James doing God's work right now. He's 4 for 1, and he's just so good at picking up these entry frags. I think he's 3 in a row right now for these entry frags, which is
Oh yeah. Yeah, James is doing well on that Ayana. The ARX serving him very well. And I think that coordination that went into taking care of Cloud in that trains is just like what we're talking about. The communication, the coordination from the side of Dnmk right now is on point. They circled him, made sure that essentially had nowhere to run to. He was quickly taken care of. AML is trying to remedy things here as he tags Mario down to about half HP. Not enough to get the kill. It's about a minute to go, and the attackers for the most part are pretty close to site. I was talking about how the castle on the last 2 rounds was being used, and of course on the round that I would expect a castle, there isn't any. What there is though is the Pulse with his heartbeat sensor, and that information, the information game is going to be critical as we come down to the wire.
3 versus 5, 40 seconds left. Shroud just collapsing in DNMK's favor again. The thing is with Phoenix is that, like the player that died inside of the, I think it was Cloud, he didn't have support there. And if he had support, it could have been a different story. But speaking about support, DNMK is just slaughtering them. It's a 1 versus 5 now. Pana, he's on his own, and it's a flawless round. That's the 2nd flawless round this game. Phoenix has no say in what happens right now. Look at this. All of the intel is just in favor of this DNMK side. Phoenix, they're just getting shut down completely. They're not being allowed to play together as DNMK just shuts these gunfights down. Essentially a 5 versus 1 5 times. And I doubt Phoenix is going to win any of those 5 versus 1s. And right now, it's looking like they're not, because 3-0 DNMK, especially on Cafe, a defender-sided map, this is looking a little sketchy for Phoenix, but it's not over just yet. So reading room, we're going to be doing the same thing again. So honestly, I'm a little scared for Phoenix if they're not able to pick it up, because they have 2 kills in 3 rounds, which, yeah, that speaks for itself.
Phoenix are struggling a little bit, but I don't think it's due to lack of trying. They do have the strats, they have the idea in mind, they have what they want to do. The execution is where it fails, and like you said, yeah, their fragging potential right now is a little bit on the low side, and I think also that coordination that we're seeing from DNMK is just second to none. I would like to see some of these Phoenix players playing together, maybe playing close to each other. The old, the throwback to the old G2 play style where it was like a rule of thumb. If you have a teammate who's less than 3 rooms away, you're good, because he can, was it 3 rooms or 3 seconds away? Because he can immediately pick and then get the refrag if you do fall to the ground. So I'm hoping that we can see something of the sort here for Phoenix, because like you said, for the most part, they're being singled out, and then it's just a 5v1 every single time.
Good old refrag esports when they were still good at the game. When they actually had a say in the meta. But yeah, unlucky. As a G2 supporter, it kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, their game yesterday against Navi was, I don't know what to say, interesting at the very least.
Yeah, I just support APAC teams at this point as well. There's no point to support G2. It just gets you hurt. And yeah, Phoenix look a little hurt, so like you said, if they're able to play together more, it could really help. Like, the refrags just aren't there. Hell, the frags aren't there. So he's going for this ballsy peek again. And the smoke. Like, this is your smoke doing it? Yeah, he opts against it. It's not worth it. He falls off. It's the smoke that's doing it. It really shouldn't. It should be maybe Clout or Pana or Shady or someone like that. But it's that person that is, yeah, they're aware of him as well. They had the intel on him. And, so he's very lucky that he didn't take that peek. He's scurried back up White Stairs, and they're playing very passively. I saw... This is a very BDS type play. Like, they're playing the same operators, they're playing the same positions as well, but the thing is they're not playing it together, like BDS. So if they can shift that playstyle into a more team-based, I can definitely see Phoenix stringing a couple rounds together. Dnmk, he's already gotten control inside of Train. 1 round the clock, though. Phoenix doing a lot better this round than the other ones. This round, a couple more seconds tick by, could be in favor of Phoenix, and that's a great start. Clout, he's able to pick up the first frag onto James this time. He's been entry fragging every round, but it's not enough this time. He falls. And let's see if that's anything different for Dnmk. And that's Saw. He falls. I don't like that Saw's playing so aggressive, especially on this smoke. I know he's very good at shooting people, but it's just not great when your smoke is off the board. And they're gonna be going, oh, look at this. They know this. They know what's happening. Edward, he knows what's happening. And now it's just a waiting game. But the thing is, the waiting game plays in favor of Phoenix. And so are the frags right now. 25 seconds on the board. Clout, he peeks out. It's essentially a 2 versus 3, but Clout, he's dropped to like 5 HP, 50 seconds on the clock. Edward, look at the sight though. Mario, he's inside of sight.
What?
And he can go for the plant now. Leventus, he's dropped another. Edward, he's on the floor. Leventus, that's a 1 versus 4 actually. 1 versus 1! What is going on? Why did I say 1 versus 4? Phoenix pick up the round off of time. Mario stopped planting. What happened?
I would have loved to be witnessing those last few seconds from Mario's perspective, because he
Yeah.
had the diffuser, he had the time, I believe, to get it planted, but he came off it at the last second, and that nets Phoenix their very first round, which is a good sign. And at the same time, it's a little bit troubling because it was very close. It came down to a 1v1 at the very end. And the way that round started had me questioning, how are these two teams playing? Because Dnmk, I think for the most part, are ignoring these really deeply thought out strats and setups that Phoenix are bringing. Because those last 2 rounds consecutively, there was this massive utility investment on the top floor from Phoenix, and for the most part we didn't see Dnmk do the template take on this map of opening the hatch and then red stairs and so on and so on. They just kind of went into Trains and established control that way, and that to me tells me that Dnmk have a deeper strat book than Phoenix, at least so far, because when they see setups that are like too much of a headache to go into with the operator lineups, they say, hey, it's not going to be worth it in terms of time, utility, bodies. Let's instead take this side of the map. And so far, it's working for them.
It is working indeed. I like that double reinforcement on red wall. Gives me an idea that Phoenix is going to be playing more of a turtle strat. So I'd like to see what happens here. But as I say that, look at the roamers now. It's going to be playing a heavy vertical. You're going to need that heavy vertical if that wall is closed as well. So yeah, Phoenix have this very aggressive playstyle, but the thing is it also works against them. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You saw AML peeking from top floor, trying to find something, but instead he's found himself in a 4 versus 5 now, as he's the first frag off the board. Who killed him? Was it Edward or something? Or someone like that. And look at this, you already have this mid-floor control. The only thing you have to worry about is the player upstairs, which is Clout, but he's not having any impact, only like later when he decides to flank. So right now, this round is already going in favor of Dnmk. It's going to be a white take as we see Mario oh, is this Vigil? He's starting to push down. I think they know he's there. They definitely know he's there now, and he's just going to scurry back upstairs. Breaks the laundry hatch, not going to drop just yet, though. Dnmk, he sets up his little claymore to watch the push up, making sure that Cloud is isolated and no one can support him. So yeah, he's going to be stuck upstairs while his teammates decide to just stay downstairs. C4 out. Doesn't hit though. That's 1 C4. That's both C4s off the board actually. Uh-oh. There's no more plant denial. And Freeze is being opened. Leventis falls. Wait, that was another C4. What?
It was pre-placed.
Pre-placed. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Right.
pre-placed from Saw.
Okay. Leventis, he's downed, but he's going to be picked back up. Dnmk, he cannot be picked back up, though, as Shadia hits him in the head 6 feet deep now. 1 minute 15 on the clock. Shadia could be gifted another kill here.
Ooh. His reticle is just like a pixel below where it needed to be to get the headshot against James, and he's the one who comes out on top on that swing. And so is the rest of his team, as it's a 4v2 now. Saw and Cloud are the last ones left alive, and they're on side, like you said. Little plant denial. It's all up to the last remaining member, who is Cloud, and he gets taken care of as he was on that roam, trying to have some influence on that late flank, but there will be none of that, says Dnmk, as we go into round number 6, and they are 4-1 up. I really have to say I appreciate how Dnmk are playing right now. They are like a well-oiled machine.
They are. Dnmk, Dynamic, whichever dragon you want to pick. They are a dragon right now, just blowing straight through Phoenix's little kingdom here. And Jason or James, whichever one's playing on the account today, he's doing great. James, he is really just fragging everyone. But then again, everyone's just showing up on Dnmk, and they're just having a field day of Phoenix. They're just making quick work of every round. They had a little stumble in the other round, the fourth one. And it's back up to the top floor. No more castle this time. The one round they won was when they didn't play castle. So yeah. I'm not too sure if that says something, but maybe Castle's in the play right now, and let's see if that theory continues, because no Castle, last round of this half. If it goes to 5-1, this map's Dnmk's, I'd say. Right now, the way it's going, Dnmk have this map, because you've got 1 for 5 on Soul, 1 for 5 on AML. Pana, he's 0 for 5, and like everyone on this Phoenix team is great at popping heads, but the only thing they're doing right now is like almost popping donuts, which is just not great when you're a fragging team with all that fragging potential, and Dnmk just shutting you down. It shows that sometimes strats are better than this raw fragging potential. Shadia though, he's consistent and he's still doing all he can. He's 3 for 4 right now. That's their top. And it's just not pretty. They really need something to answer. They really need an answer back, and this round would be a great start for them. They need this round.
Yeah, Phoenix definitely need to do something. I would like to see some sort of adaptation, which, like you said, they don't have a castle this round, which is a good step. And also maybe that little bit of teamwork and playing off of each other for the refrag is also something that maybe I feel like if they want to start to implement now especially, it would be great for them, because you'd want to come out of this half 4-2. It wouldn't be too bad, though it would be the opposite way. As the defenders, you'd expect them to have the 4, but nonetheless the round continues, and AML has been put onto 25 HP. He's just a bullet's damage away from meeting the floor. On the side of Dnmk, like you mentioned, the fragging game from James today is on point, and Leventis hasn't even shown up. He's the player who we always see dropping 13-14 kills per round, so when he starts to pick things up, it's going to be real trouble for Phoenix, and it's real trouble for Shadier, as he's eliminated. The flashbangs come through, and then the L85 from Leventis, the man I was just talking about, gets him gone and off from the board. Cloud is still trying to play off of this white stairs window and trying to have some impact, but Leventis is on his radar, gets his head clicked, gone. It's a 3 versus 3. It's a glorified 2v3 because AML was so low, and he's finally finished off by Mario.
There you go.
And there you go.
Shadia became a shadow, his light was dwelled out, and then Leventis took Cloud's clout, and AML, he's gone now. Saw and Pana against in a 2 versus 3. This round is very winnable. Saw in a good position as well. Pana still in this powerful position, just holding off the attack. Saw he can definitely pick up a double kill from this position. Pana, he's going to swing wide, but Leventis on a triple. Now you awoke him. You told him. He hasn't even woken up yet. And now he's awake. Saw stops the pistol. He lands one of the shots on Leventis. It's a winnable round. 20 seconds on the board. Leventus low HP. Edward, he has the full HP. He has the numbers and the plant goes down. 15 seconds left. The C4? I don't think that was supposed to happen. And Leventus, why would you say that, Olympus? You jinxed it. Come
It's
on.
the caster curse, but in this case, it's a caster blessing for Dnmk. As yeah, Leventis woke up, he got the kills that he needed to. I think he walked away from that round with a 4K, something
Yeah.
along those lines. And Phoenix just met. They're meeting their match right now. They are meeting their maker. Dnmk are taking rounds away from them, and it's 5-1. I've got to the point where I'm now getting scared for Phoenix because we're dangerously close to the precipice of match point. Of
This is
course, as I
where-
say that, it's a best of 3. I'll remind you all. So Phoenix will still have the opportunity to bring things back in the second map, which is going to be Villa. And then, what's the third map again? If we get to the third map, the tiebreaker, what's it gonna be?
I'm not too sure. Rexburg? Consulate. Consulate's gonna be that last third map if it's needed. The Leventus, he takes a little bit of damage, not too sure from where, but he does. Not great. And yeah, Phoenix, they are in that area now where it's somewhat do or die. The NMK, they just need not throw. So this is where I get scared for DNMK. If they're able to win this round, I just don't think there's anything to be scared of. But right now, the way they're playing, there's nothing to be scared of. Look at you guys. Leventis, he's woken up, and well, that's not a good thing if you're a Phoenix fan. As James, he was the entire show before, but the curtains of Leventis have been unveiled.
It's yet another round in this matchup. It's round number 7, so that means that sides have switched. Let's see what setups DNMK have. More importantly, let's see how Phoenix are going to adapt and how they're going to choose to meet these setups, because like you said, they really need to start getting a couple of rounds in a row for them to stand a chance, at least on Cafe. Before we got into this, I don't think we actually talked about predictions, but I think that DNMK are gonna take this in a 2-1, really hoping that we get to that third map, and then they're gonna meet Sinister 5 in the semis.
Yeah. If DNMK, yeah, keep this way, it's gonna be a swift 2-0 in my opinion, because Phoenix just aren't finding the answers to this exam, and DNMK are testing them thoroughly. Leventis, he's going to swing wide. He's not going to find anything on this window, but if he sprays that wall, he might get lucky and pick up ahead of the Phoenix attacker. You just missed it. He knows that he's going to be droned now. There's the drone. They know where Leventis is. If he's able to fight his way out of this one, I'm going to be surprised. He flicks, but the shot not connecting. Not just yet, please. The C4 ripped, and he downs himself, I think. But there's the refrag from Edward. That's what Phoenix needed in their half. That's a great refrag, and now Edward, he's a menace, and now he's just going to fall back. Return drone shot out here now, and we're gonna be. I was talking about return drones yesterday with a special someone, and they are so damn good. They are so useful at clearing out just all the utility ever. But that one's caught by a mute jammer, Danderman. He picks up Saw, as Saw is now just a memory. Another drone shot out by Dan. He's holding his position with his life, but his life flashes before his eyes as those bullets do as well. Panna, he's burning a Selma, but also burns the Rooney Gate. Good frag from James as he picks up Panna. This is just not going in any way the favor of Phoenix, other than AML. He picks up one and he's fighting back. He is fighting back here. Versus 3. The shot could have landed Clout. Almost a 2 versus 2, but not just yet. 20 seconds as the time dwindles down, so do the hopes of these Phoenix players. The NMK, they're getting a little bit more jittery, trying to peek more things here. 15 seconds, AML just pushing up close here. He has the skeleton key, he's going to be able to pick up the frag. No, he isn't! Mario wins that one out. Clout, he's able to pick up a double, and now, but look at the player. James just ran away, 2 seconds on the clock, and now James is going to be able to pick up the round. Probably, wait, 1 second on the clock? Okay, he knows where it is. Nice, well done. There it is. Clout, for a second, I thought he could have made it work, but the NMK are making Phoenix work for anything they want, but even if they wanted, they can't take it. The NMK holding tightly onto these rounds. hoarding every single one of them. And as we move on to match point, we could be seeing a little bit of a Brazil-Germany 7-1 scoreline.
I like that you used the word horde and that you also called DNMK the dragons earlier from that meme, because that's exactly what dragons do, right? They hoard gold and they sit on top of it and dare anyone to venture into the cave and claim that victory and glory for themselves. Right now, Phoenix are just kind of falling short on that. Speaking of mythical creatures, a phoenix is a bird that dies and then it's born again in the fire, right? So I'm hoping that
Rebirth.
this is gonna be their death, and then they're gonna wake up in map number 2 because it's so one-sided right now. For DNMK, they must be really happy as they're on match point, and this would be, I guess, a really good time to use your tactical timeout. Better now than never, huh?
Yeah, that is a. This is going to be an interesting one. 10 seconds on the timeout. I feel like this timeout should have been called a little earlier. Like way earlier. This game has really just ran away from Phoenix. But the thing is, yeah, like you said, Phoenix, a mythical creature. Phoenixes, they have wings, they can fly, and now they just need to start flying. Because the NMK, they've grounded them, they've clipped their wings, and they are sitting on this. I think Saul got the wrong memo here, as I don't think birds meow, but he's meowing regardlessly. Regardlessly, that's not a word. Regardless. Reading room. This could be the last sight of this game. Phoenix, they're going to start picking up these rounds and picking up some kills as well. Pana, 0 for 7. 0 for 0 for 7. There's your little James Bond. But yeah, James Bond is a good agent, you know, so maybe now... Let's see a Fragmite ace, Pana.
You hate to see it. Speaking of, are you excited for the new James Bond movie? Too late? Is it too late to die? I think it's coming out later
Sure
this year.
What's your favorite James Bond movie?
That's going to be a tough one. Because I haven't watched them in so long, and I really haven't kept up with the Daniel Craig ones. So I can't say. I really can't. I would have to like go and rewatch the entire franchise to have a good opinion. Because I watched them in my childhood mostly because of my dad, because he's into like action movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But let's hope
Skyfall
that
was really good.
well, let's hope that this is going to turn into an action movie, and in such we should expect the hero to show up and do impossible things that would otherwise not entirely be possible in the real world. And that's kind of what Phoenix need to do right now to win this. They need to string 5 rounds in a row.
Speaking of
Stop DNMK from
Skyfall,
going away the first map, sorry.
speaking of Skyfall, Edward, he's taken out from the sky as Phoenix, maybe they do have wings. Edward, he's the one to hit the ground. Good shot from AML. Little wall bang there, and he picks up a double. James, he's grounded now. Adam's finding his wings, but he's back to being clipped on the ground as Leventis, his past teammate, says no. No more of that. Sit down. 3 versus 4. This is really anyone's game right now, and anyone's to take it. Dnmk's to lose. Phoenix, they're just fighting for anything they can get this time. They're going to pop that hatch and probably just drop soon-ish, but no need just yet. As but look at the attackers. They aren't going for this top 4 anymore. They're all just playing this horizontal take, and it could be an issue for DNMK because they have so much of their manpower up top.
Phoenix are executing the similar take that DNMK were using when they were attacking this site, and they've taken their bodies away from the top floor and onto the middle one, which is where the site itself is. And Pan actually is planting on site somehow. It gets successful. Actually doesn't plant it successfully. The last 2 bodies on the side of DNMK are felled, and that was, wow, a good round from Phoenix. They have woken up. I liked how that round is a good change of things. It seems like that tactical timeout gave them time to iron out the issues they had and get the chinks in their armor sorted out. Because for the majority of that round, I would bet to say that they were in control. They had man advantage for the most part. They were dictating the pace and the tempo of the game. And it got them the round.
Yeah, it's There's the second one. Happy to see that, finally, getting on that board and starting to hopefully rack up rounds. Adam, yeah, he showed up there. And that's good. Juventus, 10 for 3. James, 9 for 3. Those are the two players on Dnmk that are just committing murder right now. But I like this. Phoenix finally starting to wake up. 4 for 7 on Cloud, 4 for 8 for AML, 4 for 7 on Saw. Pana, he's still just doing his own thing, and Shadia, he's 7 for 6. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Shadia, he is consistent, and he's been consistent, and he'll continue with that trend. But he's gonna have to do a little bit more than just be consistent if they want to bring this one back into their own favor.
A few operators that we haven't seen in this game so far. Valkyrie is brought out from Edward on Dnmk, as well as the Kaid from Mario, which is all well and good because they are defending the kitchen. So second time we're seeing it on this matchup, and an early lead kill for Phoenix's team just gets caught out there. Wall banged through the barricade as he was trying to put a little bit of utility, but no, he is gone. And now Phoenix have to be feeling good because this is yet another round where they have the man advantage so early on. What they have to do now is to not throw it away. What they have to do is to continue to put the pressure and harass Dnmk as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, Dnmk, they just have to slow down, just focus on this last round and just take it to close out the map. But Phoenix, they have 4 rounds if they want to even get into overtime, and then they have to win 2 more. So 8 rounds for a Phoenix if they want to win this game. Because Dnmk regardless have overtime guaranteed if it gets that far. That is a large if. So Leventus, he's drone, he's going to fall back off with the smoke, and then there's the shield, so more utility for Phoenix to deal with. They do have vertical control, but vertical control doesn't mean getting a plant down, as look at this horizontal play. I like this. The hatch is open, but you can't drop that hatch safe while Dandaman is still in that position. 2 people positioned on this white stage now. They're going to try and clear this smoke. He's ready for a hatch drop, but no one's going to be playing on the hatch just yet.
The anchors on Dnmk continue to hold angles as we see Mario with that shotgun. Gets a few shots into AML, almost gets there down there as he's brought to about 55 or so HP. It's a minute left, and that's more than enough time for the Buck and the Ash of Cloud to continue to work on that floor above the kitchen and to really squeeze these anchors on Dnmk. No further action has happened except for that early kill on James, and now it's coming down to the wire. 42 seconds are left. The drop, you called it sunset, here it comes. Pana is in, and how is he there? As Dandaman, I assume, was the person to prevent those hatch drops. He's close to sight, he has the diffuser, but he needs the cover from his teammates to plant. Gunfights start coming out. Edward and Leventus get kills of their own, and then Cloud and Dandaman add to the foray. AML and Cloud, Leventus and Dnmk, the last 4 players in the lobby right now, with 16 seconds between them. Cloud has got the diffuser, and Leventus almost sees his head if he peeks just the right angle. Will he be successful with this plant? It's going to be a retake, yes indeed, for Dnmk as they push in 2 at a time. And there it is.
That's that. That's map 1. Dnmk, good retake there. Cloud was able to get the bomb plant down, but not able to get the frags, and well, that's just unlucky. And yeah, that's honestly, that is what we expected after we saw that first half 5-1. Let's just hope that this doesn't translate into another just rolling over of next map. Next map gonna be Villa. Pana. That is unfortunate. But hell, that's what can you do? Everyone has those games sometimes, and unlucky. Hopefully it doesn't dishearten him into the next map. Villa, though. We've seen Phoenix on Villa. The last time I remember was against Viben in the ROG, and it was a game to behold. I think Phoenix lost it, though. Yeah, I think Phoenix lost it, but I know they took out the old Meraki roster on this map. So Phoenix, they do have a good amount of experience and wins on this map. It's gonna be a little 5 minutes pause, so I think we might head it on into a short intermission as we get this next map set up.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me and we can run from here and we can disappear and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me and we can run from here and we can disappear and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars are burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see all blue. There is so much cold in you. stars have burnt out, and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. This is the third quarter final in the World League Esports Rainbow Six Impromptu Tournament. My name is Olympus. I am rejoined by my co-caster Sunset. How are you after that 5-minute break?
Feeling refreshed and ready to get back on into this game. Villa map 2. This is Phoenix's pick, so I am excited.
Well, I
And
hope that the players have also had a chance to refresh themselves, and so have you. If you're watching us, thank you very much, by the way. Speaking of watching, there's going to be lots of that this weekend, as tomorrow, Saturday, 12 p.m., is going to be the last quarter final, Imperial 7 versus Bravado. And then Sunday, we're going to have both the semi-final matches. It's going to be vibing. We'll be playing against whoever wins between Imperial and Bravado. And my prediction is that Bravado is going to win, so that we can have a vibing Bravado showdown. And then at 6:30 p.m. Sunday is the last semi-final, Sinister 5 versus whoever wins this game. Whoever wins this game is yet to be determined, of course, as it's a best of 3. The first map went to Dnmk. It was Cafe. They won it 7-2, if I'm not mistaken. 7-2. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
And then now, like you said, Sunset, it's Villa. And how do you feel about Villa?
honestly, I don't remember Dnmk on Villa. I think didn't they play Bravado on it a while back?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the only memory I have of Vibin on, I mean, of Dnmk on Villa. Phoenix, I know, are strong on Villa, and they picked Villa. So my thoughts swing into, if Phoenix have recollected themselves, I'm thinking Phoenix win this 7-5, but something's telling me Dnmk take this game in OT.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to get right into the swing of things, as both teams are ready, revving their engines and ready to go as we step into the very map itself. Ban phase. Thatcher, which I expect is going to be the first attacker taken off the board, which is nothing too surprising, though I wish they would give my boy a little bit more love.
Yeah. Yeah. Thatcher's just a ban in general in South Africa, and it's kind of odd to see. But we see Ace getting taken off the board by Dnmk, which I like that. That is more interesting because now it's going to be Habana. Habana's going to be here, and she's going to be there to play this game. Phoenix's attack, and it's going to be difficult for this. So
Thatcher
How?
and Ace both gone. Yeah, like you say, it's going to be difficult for the attackers to get any walls open.
I'm excited to see how this is going to play down. I know that there's going to be a lot of vertical play probably to get these walls open. Mirror's off the board, but that's not a surprise. Mirror's also very strong on this map. Not as strong as on Cafe, but she is strong. And DNMK, their last ban going to be the Goyo. We did see Phoenix utilizing Goyo quite a bit. Saw is meowing more. And let's just see.
I'm not surprised
has
at all
established
at
himself as a cow.
Sorry to cut in there, Sunset, but I'm not at all surprised by that mirror ban because when Phoenix were playing against Imperial 7 on Clubhouse in the group stages, mirror wasn't banned. And since Phoenix started on defense, they were using her to terrorize Imperial 7. The setups from the top of East Stairs and also some mirror windows were being placed in logistics. They were just a complete pain in the side for Imperial to deal with. So now that she's off the board, yeah, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Though, what does surprise me is the operator selection from Dnmk. They have an Aruni, they have a Maestro, a Valkyrie as well.
Yeah. I like this. Maestro, very strong on this map, I'd say. Definitely one of his better maps, but then again, he's just good on most maps. And Saul says he's gonna pop off. Saul says he's popping off this game. Let's see. Let's hold you to that, Saul. Do it. Do it then. I just hope someone on Phoenix pops off this game to make it interesting. I'm excited. Map. Villa. Action phase now. Let's go for it. It's going to be a master side take from this side of Phoenix. So just another fairly default take. Going to be going for that plant behind the vault door probably later on if the plant is needed or if they can get there. Because they still have to do that. Still have to clear out everything and get there. Cloud, he's going to try and thread his drone through there maybe. Not too sure. Yeah.
Indeed. The vertical that you alluded to is what I hope we'll be seeing from players like AML, players like Clout, and Saw as well. Saw is running the new and refreshed IQ, so that gadget is going to be a little bit more easier to use. Quality of life improvement is good to see. Should help him get rid of any utility. My goodness, Leventis gets rid of the head of Shadia, who seemed to have been caught with his pants down, absolutely off guard. Early man advantage for Dnmk completely swings back into the favor of nobody, as it's a 4v4. Pana gets the refrag onto Leventis.
We saw a little interaction between the Ash and the Valkyrie as Edward just scuttles back down Astro stairs, and Clout, he just joins back with his team. Mario playing a little bit aggressive on this Maestro. Jason, why did I say that? James, good shot from Clout, I swear. Will I ever get it right? AML, he's going to be flashing on into 90. The flashbang hits the Maestro probably. As he scuttles on back into sight, Saw he's getting this landing control. 1 minute 20 on the clock. This is going fairly well for Phoenix. Numbers advantage still in favor of Dnmk. But, you know, just shoot someone head and it's back to 3-on-3. 1 minute on the clock now.
And there we have it. The new refreshed IQ scanner makes it a bit easier for you to see things and also to ping things for your teammates, which I think is even more important. This wall that Pana is trying to get open is still jammed somehow. The play that I was expecting to see from Saw did not come through. The mute jam is still active, and there goes an impact. So that's the thermite exothermic charge itself taken off the wall. Phoenix, you said they were having a good round, but they've stalled as they've gotten closer to sight now. 2 bodies on their team against the 3 as Dandaman meets the board. It's now 30 seconds left. It gets closer and closer as it's a 2v2 now. AML gets another kill onto James before he himself is felled onto the ground. Not enough to finish him off, though he's finally taken off the board there by Mario. Pana is the last one alive. You call him the Fragmite. Let's see if he can work any wonders. No, he can't, as Edward is there to find his head.
Hey, I'm just proud of Pana. He got 2 kills. That's infinitely better than what he did last time. So I'm happy. Let's go. We got some Pana kills. Finally, he's on the board, and he's doing better than everyone on his team right now. If we could get a quick tab and just check that out. Yeah, there we go. Pana on top.
Yay.
Edward, he picked up 2, and it was enough. Dnmk pick up the first round on defense. Villa as well defend decided. Let's just see if that trend continues. Dnmk, they did get lucky, I'd say, on this defense side. So I am. Phoenix, they picked this map, so I'm hoping they know what they're doing on attack. It did seem like they did know what they're doing last round. it just kind of fell apart, that aggression of Leventis, and then the later round. They had it pretty close. It was a 2 versus 4, and then they got into a 2 versus 2, and then Dnmk just pulled through. So it was a very back and forth round, which it was a coin toss, and in the end the coin landed on Dnmk's pick. So back to the drawing board. We're going to be seeing the exact same operators from Phoenix, and a fairly similar lineup from Dnmk. No Maestro though, but we are going to be seeing a Legion Mario on the Legion. Who doesn't love a Legion?
Who doesn't love a Legion indeed? Trophy Statuary is the site that they'll go to, and then if they win this one, I'm betting that they'll go to the kitchen one. But I'll be putting the cart before the horse and talking ahead of myself. We still have to get through this 2 minutes and 43 seconds of this round. That last round, the vertical play from Saw, I didn't see much of it. Didn't see much of that either from AML, as he's on the back as he was last round. So hoping that they can maybe do something different this round and put that utility to use where it needs to be. And maybe that's what we're seeing here. So continues to drone down where this defender is roaming on the bottom floor. Edward finds himself a peek there. Shadia is sent in to try and hunt him, try and catch him, but he surely has run away to safety now.
Edward back in sight. I think he was in sight when he got the kill, not too sure. But he's safe now, he's chilling. James, he's inside of this AV8 position. And the defense looks solid for Dnmk. The attack shaken up by that first frag onto Cloud, but they're regaining their bearings now. Leventis could be a menace here. If he isn't droned out, then I think that drone missed him. We're not too sure if they got the ball, and I just pretended not to notice him. But if Leventis isn't droned out, this could definitely be an issue for Phoenix. That is if he decides to go for anything.
He looks to be going for it, and he hears the player in that other hallway across from him, but he knows that these are 2 angles. If he picks one, surely he'll get killed from the other. He hears the player running outside, just barely misses him, and Phoenix will continue to live to fight another day. There's an extended hold here from Dnmk, which I actually hadn't noticed. As James here in Aviator, he's just holding this angle, the standoff between him and AML, as tries to throw some flashbangs in, but they get nothing. Exothermic charge goes off, walls are being opened. Shady is also holding an angle, so a lot of angle holding is going on right now.
Shady running the AK now. I'm not too sure if it got buffed. Dan, the man, he got nerfed as he's hit the floor. Saw picks up a kill for himself there. AML's Achilles heel gets torn apart by Mario's T5 SMG. Edward just saving his life there, but not peeking a little bit further. Mario's still fighting over here. This could be dangerous as he doesn't know that someone's pushing. Hopefully someone's watching his cross. This could be dangerous, and he just runs on in, but there is the crossfire. Edward, he is way too quick for Pana there, and the diffuser now inside of sight. 3 versus 3, Shady, I bite my words, picks up a kill. Edward, everyone running into his cross, he's pick up a triple kill, but he's finally felled. Saw, he picks up a double for himself. 5 seconds left, they have to get this diffuser down. James, he's going to be the last one. 3 seconds to the clock, he sees the bark, he sees the spray, and it could be enough, and it is enough. James, he picks up the clutch and the double. And that is just so unfortunate for the side of Phoenix. Everything was in their favor, just in the end, it crumbled again.
Oh man, at the end of that round, I was really holding my breath because it came down to the wire there. So had the diffuser, he went for the plant, but he just lacked the cover from AML. And I think I want to pick up on what I assume are a few mistakes from Phoenix that round, because Pana had the diffuser initially as the planter, but he ran into sight. Yes, there were 18 seconds left and the time pressure was starting to fall on their heads, but he sprinted, and when you sprint, you obviously can't shoot. They just got caught out in that crossfire, which is good to see from Dnmk because they're playing well. It's just that they're capitalizing so much on the few mistakes that Phoenix were making. AML was supposed to be the cover for Saw. When he was planting, he was sprinting as well, and he got caught out. Oh, so close, but yet so far. It's a good try from Phoenix, but it's an even better game for Dnmk right now. They are 1 map up in this best of 3, so Phoenix really need to start picking things up now.
Yeah, it is. Now is when that little bit of fear sets in, and it's just going everything in favor of the Dnmk. But luck. Thing is, they just sprinted into Edward. Like, they knew he was playing. Shadier just still runs straight at him, not aiming, not pre-aiming anything, which just begs me to question the comms of Phoenix side. Clout, this time he finally picks up the entry frag, and Leventus, he's going to be the one to fall down. The one you wanted to find is Edward, but Leventus, that's a good pick as well. Like, I don't know why they just sprinted him. Like, still might just sprint straight on into sight. Then the Zoff does the exact same thing. Like, I don't know. I really don't know if the comm wasn't there or just what's going on there. Regardless, let's just continue with this round, as Phoenix, they have the advantage here.
Yeah, a few mistakes here and there that Phoenix need to start fixing if they want to stand a chance at winning this map and then winning this series. They're 2-0 down, but that's not the end of the world for them, as Cloud started things off for them this round by getting that kill onto Leventis, the only one on his team to have died so far. So good on the rest of his teammates to keep things up. Of course, casters cast, as they say, that AML guns down Dan the man. And Edward here is starting to feel the pressure, but Shady is caught off guard, looking the wrong way, and then he finds another kill onto AML, and then onto Pana! Edward is going nuts right now. He picks up 3 bodies and just dances around them in this main hallway. He's brought things so much better for his team. They were looking a bit bad. They were looking a bit bleak for Dnmk, but he's just dancing around them right now.
That was so smart, and he's gonna pick up yet another, and he's on for the ace. Oh me, oh my, that was Giga Brains there, just running out there, and now he's gonna have to ace if he wants this round, and he's up against Saw. Saw said he was gonna pop off this game. Edward's been the one that has been popping off this game, and it's just I think this is our first one-on-one in a while, and I'm excited to see who's gonna win it. Right now, Edward, I know he's hungry for this ace. I know he wants this ace. Saw, he just wants this round. And that vibe alarm, now, Saw's position is shown. 30 seconds on the clock, the time going to be slowly ticking away. 25 seconds. Saw, he has to clear everything. He knows where he is, though. Edward, he has all the intel. The spray comes out. The shot's not landing. 15 seconds. Saw has the pressure. He's gonna swing wide, and Edward with the ace. That is an amazing ace. Definitely something that I am happy to see. That was amazing. Saw says luck. James says the GOAT. You choose which one it is. That's great.
Oh, luck or skill or whatever you want to call it. Edward is having an amazing game right now. He's going ham. On the previous round, round 2, he had a 3K. On that last round, he just had an ace. And let's talk about it for a minute, because I was casting it while it was happening. He was feeling the pressure from so many different angles. And what he decides to do, instead of backing down, he goes all in and full sends it. To his credit, he had the gun skills required to click those heads. But at the same time, Phoenix, I feel like the situational awareness was just a little bit off. It's not the first time we've seen Shadia being caught, I don't know, kind of off guard while he's holding an angle, and then he just meets the floor.
Yeah.
Same thing for AML and Pana, who are in that little laundry closet room. Like they just weren't aware of where Edward was.
It's just that communication yet again. It happened that first round, or the second round, and it happened that round again. It's just coming down to this call, and it just feels like the communication of this Phoenix side is just a little shaky right now, and they're gonna have to fix that mid-game. Which isn't an easy thing to do, as most people would know. So I'm just really, really hoping that they're able to fix it, because if they aren't, I'm not I'm not saying it's gonna be difficult. I'm just saying it's gonna be... I'm not saying it's gonna be impossible, I'm just saying it's gonna be difficult. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, right now, Phoenix, they need something. Yet again, this game slowly just pacing its way away from them. Which, not great to see.
Well, after that tactical timeout, I sure hope that they have at least addressed some of the issues that they might have been facing, and that they're going to start showing up now. We need to start seeing some rounds on the board for Phoenix. Let's go, Phoenix. If you're a fan, got to be sweating in your boots right now. They aren't really popping off. Like you said, the frag game from them is it's not where it needs to be, at least when you're going against players like James, players like Edward, who, by the way, has 10 kills, 1 death so far. You need to start clicking more heads, because at the end of the day, even though this is a very, very tactical and situational and mind game, still need to get the kills to win it. Let's hope that Phoenix are going to do that on round number 4, as they are on yet another attack. Back to Aviator Games, where they'll try to get that diffuser planted. Leventis and the rest of his teammates right now just kind of roaming, because I don't see much map control being taken by the attackers.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing this vertical this time, which is a good call. You don't have to worry about too much vertical play from Dnmk, as they didn't bring it out. That could have been a very good shot, but then the man, he's lucky to get away with his life. And he's going to be counting his lucky stars after that one, as he just falls back with, I don't know, is that like 25 HP? I feel like that's around 25 HP with that bar. So, yeah, they have the ping. Saw, he's playing on this 90 side already. Dan, and he just walks straight on into Dan. Lack of intel there. And yeah, that's just a free kill if I've ever seen one. Levent is playing a one-sided angle here on his red stairs. And where is Edward? Where is this Valkyrie? Inside of statue. Alright, so he's gonna be chilling, but Dan! That's the man right now, as he picks up a double, and Shady is the second. As he's picking up numbers, but his number is leaked. As Panna, he's the hacker here, and he just leaks the number there. 3v4, 1 minute. What's gonna go down?
Either way this round ends, it's going to be sparks, because it's now coming down to the wire for Phoenix. They need to really start winning rounds, but when Edward keeps doing what he's doing, gets kills like those, almost a 3k now, he gets shut down by Cloud. It's going to be more difficult for them, as it's now just him against the world. He does not have the diffuser, neither does Clock look like it's in his favor. 3 full HP defenders against the G36C. Let's see what Cloud is able to do. Don't count the round over just yet. We've seen clutch plays, we've seen the impossible being done. Let's hope that this is going to be the first round for Phoenix. Otherwise, it's going to be a 4-0 for Dnmk. Who, by the way, the players are set up in separate spots so that they can't be lined up, and they were holding crossfires, and there we have it. Crossfire beautifully being held between James, the Jaeger, and the Aruni. I forget who that was. I believe that was Leventis. Another good round for Edward. Did you see that swing on the Aviator door into Study?
Amazing. He's picked up a multi-kill
Bruh.
in every single round.
Bruh. He's
2 doubles,
nuts.
a triple. Wow. That is good. 2 doubles, a triple, and an ace. And the man is not being stopped right now. It's Phoenix versus Edward.
Is the Edward train that's just seemingly unstoppable right now?
Chugga chugga choo choo. Yeah, that is wow. That is something. He is really popping off here. And he had a good game last game, but this is a different game.
This is just another issue entirely. 12 kills, 2 deaths. All the other kills on his team can't compare to his combined. They just can't.
He is it just kind of feels like Phoenix mental is broken. Like, to be fair, after that ace from Edward, you had like the 2 versus 5 essentially, and yeah, it's just Edward shutting it down and shutting them up, as not even a whimper from Phoenix at this point. They need this round. What more can I say? They lose this round, I think the series is gone and Phoenix are dropped from this tournament. And I'm just going to be bleak with you there. As it's just that last game, it's happening. It's happening again.
Actually, the prospects seem a little bit worse for Phoenix this game because by the 4th round on Cafe, they had their first round on the board. And right now we're in round number 5, and bodies continue to fall on the side of Phoenix. It's just getting, like you said, bleaker and bleaker for them. But to be fair to them, they are taking this seriously. They are getting the intel. I love how on that last round, there was that communication between AML and the rest of his teammates when he was doing the vertical, which I expect is going to be continuing to do this game. So the communication, at least from what I can tell, is getting a bit better. Like you can see now they've gotten rid of that fast mute jammer, and then the second one, and now they can start working on this wall. Edward is going to be the first line of defense as he gets flashed a little bit, considering the flash changes that came through. He had the impact trick. Gets it, and that's one exothermic charge gone. Pana has one more in his pocket, and considering there isn't any other hard breacher, this is it. This is it. Edward, will he get the impact? Is it too high? Is it too low? He gets it, and now that wall is completely shut off for the attack. They now have to start funneling through these doors. As you see Pana here peeking. AML at Astro door. He's also trying to find someone through that rotate, which right now is Dandaman. He's not moving whatsoever. Projectile comes through, gets rid of the Surya gate, and Dandaman is just clicking heads. He goes for a second one. The Iana backs into the bathroom. Shadia finds the floor.
Edward may be that last line of defense, but what more do you need? As it's Edward, and it's a 1 versus 5. Clout, what can you do? Yeah, so Saw just wants to teabag on someone right now, and Edward he's just not allowing it, sadly. This game is just a battle of who can teabag harder, and right now it's Edward. Clout, he's yeah, that's unlucky.
In this series so far, Dnmk have gotten 2 flawless... Actually, three.
Yeah.
3 flawless rounds, counting that last one. Dandaman and Edward combined...
Can we get a tab? Can we just press tab here real quick?
Yo.
13 for 2? Next is 6 for 2. Leventus and Mario, they can go to sleep right now. They don't need to do much. And Dandaman, he's just getting those influential frags. And then if you look over on the side of Phoenix, you've got Pana on 4. Yes, I mean, last game I said Shady was consistent. Well, he's decided to prove me wrong, sadly. But it's just the mental game at this point, and Dnmk, they've won the mental game right now. And the second you give up mentally, you're going to need more than just a miracle. Villa defense is strong, but family is stronger, so... And Dnmk are playing as a family.
Vin Diesel will be pleased to hear that one. Not so much for Phoenix, though, as... you don't want to be going into the other half 6-0 down. That's looking like what it's gonna be right now. Dnmk running circles around Phoenix, who are putting up a valiant effort, though. They are fighting their way through this. They have got so far into the tournament, way too far to give up now. So, bet that they have their claws out. They are raring to get at least one round. Come on, Phoenix. Phoenix fans, where are you? Need to hear you cheering on your team.
Phoenix, I mean, Edward's girlfriend said that her parents aren't home, so he's just... Yeah. No more context to that. He's just steamrolling right now. So let's just see if he can close it out. If it's a 6-0 defense, it's not much more to say. Phoenix will have to 6-0 back. If it's 5-1, then Dnmk need 2 attacking rounds. But after seeing their attack on Cafe being as strong as it was, I really don't think it's going to be much of an issue for them, even if Phoenix are able to string a couple rounds together. DNMK have room for mistakes, but they aren't making any. If I were to nitpick, then sure, they're making maybe a few, but the thing is, Phoenix are making way more mistakes than DNMK, and those mistakes aren't as fatal as the ones on the side of Phoenix. Phoenix have played so well on this map before. They just need something back, and Mario, he might present himself, but he's not. Leventus, he's dropped to about 60 HP. Dandaman, he falls, and Edward, yeah, he just does his thing. AML falls. 14 for 2. Okay, buddy. He has, yeah, he has something going on for him right now, and he's just taking these gunfights, and who wouldn't? His mental is so high right now, his ego is boosting itself! Pana shut down, and there it is, Edward finally shut down. There's a double from Clout. In that same position that he was last round, except this time it's going good for him instead of whiffing the shots. Leventus in a 1 versus 3. Leventus, like you say, he has to wake up, and now he's missing shots, but the thing is, he downs the player. 2 versus 1.
Oh my goodness, not like this. Not like this. Phoenix are so close to winning this. We've seen them in this position before. 2v1, they have the diffuser planted, but they just kind of lose the round. It falls away from them. Leventus right now is pre-firing everything, trying to find where these last two players are. Saw and Shadia are not presenting themselves, which is good on them, and surely it's going to be around for them as the diffuser continues to slowly dwindle down. Phoenix finds the head of Leventis, and there we go. There we go, Phoenix, the first round of theirs on the board. I want to say that round was it was scary to watch.
Yeah. The second Edward got those kills, I was like,
yo. First, AML started things off by getting a kill into Dandaman, and I was like, yes, they have a chance now, because Dandaman is no slouch. He has been showing up so well in the tournament so far, and in this series so far. But when, like you said, Edward got that kill, I was like, yeah, it's all going to the way of Dnmk once again. But they changed things up.
Yeah.
Now, Phoenix are the ones who are going to be defending and Dnmk attacking. They have exactly the same operator lineup, unless I'm mistaken, that they had on the last map. Speaking of lineups, by the way, real quickly, Saw has brought out the first new and improved Twitch in this series so far. And I believe it's the AML or Pana who had Flores. It's all the first Flores we've seen tonight.
So the entire team of Phoenix has 17 kills. Edward has 50. Yeah.
He's going nuts.
That's the first half, and he's on. If this game goes on into overtime and he keeps playing like this, we could be seeing a 30-kill game. He's going to be making this look like a CSGO game. I know there's a couple of DNMK CS players in chat, and sometimes you can't drop the same amount of kills in 30 rounds as Edward is doing right now. And that's only in 7 rounds. So this is absolutely mental. He is playing like a playing this like a casual. Look at this rush though, DNMK. Uh-oh. This could be. Oh no, it's happening. It's starting. There's the kill though. Answer back from Shady. He picks it up into a 4 versus 4. The rush has slowed down. No, it's not. The plant's going down. Mario's inside a site with the godlike Edward to guard him. And he's going to be trying to find something here. He does not find anything. There's a flurry of blue kills, but an answer back from Leventis. As he picks up one and downs the other. 2 versus 2. Leventis, 1 versus 2 right now. As Saw's the last one, but he picks up Shady. And now it's back into a 2 versus 2. 20 HP on that Jaeger. 2 versus 2 though. 2 versus 1. I'm just saying numbers right now, but the numbers are being picked up by this team of Phoenix. Oh, and that's the numbers on the board for them. It's all about a numbers game, and they're playing chess, while the other team's playing checkers. A good rush, good execution, bad hold. Phoenix, that could have been the last little breath of hope, and they held their breath and they took it. They took it.
Oh man, when I saw James rushing into sight like that, I was like, no way, no, it can't be happening. And then Mario's planting the diffuser, like 30 seconds into the round. It was 2:30 when that diffuser started going down. But a good retake from Phoenix, really good retake actually. Saw hitting his shots. He just got the kills where he needed to get them. They were very impactful frags. He got that round and it secured them that round. And mind you, they started on kitchen, so it's not really an offside, but it's the tertiary side. So they started on the tertiary side. Good on them. And now they're going to Aviator game. So if they can replicate that and hopefully this time be more prepared for a rush, they can be doing very well for themselves and possibly mounting a comeback. 5-3 wouldn't be too bad a scoreline. But speaking of rushes, I really doubt if Dnmk will attempt that again. Can't fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you.
I've said once before that if a team wants to rush, it's good to rush first round because it plays with the enemy team's mental. And their roamers will be a little bit more scared of a rush. They'll be playing closer to site normally during the prep phase. I mean, during the beginning of the action phase. So if we do see that again, we'll have to see if Phoenix is prepared for it. But like you said, I doubt they're gonna rush again. It doesn't look like they're going to. So now is this strategic Team Empire type of Dnmk attack, where they have their lineup, they know what they want to do. Now they just have to get that checklist up and start ticking those boxes and clicking those heads. Phoenix, they're going to be avoiding that though, so I'm not too sure how he didn't do any damage there. It looked like he surely hit him. He just got sieged through.
Too many surfaces to actually do any body damage. And he's playing so aggressively as the smoke. This is what you're saying from Cafe. He's here at the trophy entrance window trying to find kills. The SMG-11 decides against it, falls back to site. He has Shadia on his back to support him. ML though is still going to be left on this northeastern side of the map to do some damage where he can. Damage is done to James's head and gone off the board he is. Clout waking up finally. He's got that first opening pick for his team this round. So they're really holding that master bedroom side of the map. But not if Dnmk have anything to say about it. Dnmk going ham. AML on a double this round. He's holding on to statuary with his life.
Vance picks up one though, and now Edward up against an injured AML. Who's going to win it? I'm not too sure. They take the diffuser. I forgot you don't have to walk on top of it anymore. You can just do that. So Edward, he's looking the wrong way. What? Oh my goodness, AML, go to sleep after that one. You're off the server. 2 versus 2. Edward win the round. Thank you very much. Leventus and Edward up against. Yeah, I'm not gonna dwell on that anymore. That's just unfortunate. Adam's not teabagging off of that one for a while. Let's go. 1 minute on the clock.
I'm sorry, but I have to dwell on that one. Edward low HP. AML was on even lower HP, but he had the element of surprise. Edward was looking the wrong way. You could make the argument that the ARX does more damage and has a higher DPS than the AUG, but surely
Edward does more damage.
oh, that's going to be one of those moments where Phoenix look and say, yeah, we could have surely won that one. That's a lot of speculation though. We still have 37 seconds of this round to go. Saw with his shotgun and his gas canisters have something to say to Dnmk. Same thing for Pana. He has his gun out, he has his C4. Will it be doing any damage? The Ventus finds one, but yeah. C4, like I was just saying, finds the 2 bodies that it needed to find. Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace. But yeah, that is tactical timeout being called now for Dnmk, and that makes sense. You had that 5-on-1, now it's a 5-on-3. And in a numbers game, those numbers are getting really close. One more round for Phoenix, and you're going to be seeing a 4-5. And that's no longer that much of a gap. That's only one. So Dnmk, they have to push this. They just need 1 round for overtime. That's the thing. They only need 1 round. Phoenix need 5. They needed 5 from this half for overtime. They've got those 2. They need 3. So essentially 3-1. Phoenix need 3 more, and Dnmk they can just take 2 more and win the game. Essentially, that's what you could do. But the way it's playing out right now, Phoenix gathering their bearings, we could be seeing an overtime. And if Phoenix like really play well out of their mind, and Dnmk keep playing a little cocky here, it could definitely be a 7-5 for Phoenix. But I'm not too sure as we head on into the round. And all right, so they have the same loadout. We're gonna be seeing trophy statuary, and now this is the do or die round for Phoenix, I'd say, because they've got that ball rolling. They have a little snowball now, but will it be enough? Will that snowball be enough to keep rolling down this hill?
That's the question we're going to find the answer to shortly, because after that tactical break, the momentum from Phoenix could have been dampened a little. But if I were to say, if I were to bet, I would say that they have their feet firmly on that gas pedal, flat out full throttle. They're going for this. AML saw waking up that last round. Look at the kills between the two. They have they played that round very well, except for the unfortunate mishap between AML and Edward. But nonetheless, it got them the round. So, like you said, this could very well turn into a comeback story for Phoenix, because yeah, if Dnmk win this map, they take the series 2-0. Do or die indeed it is, as the setup from Phoenix is quite denial focused, I would say, with the impacts and the C4s. And Dnmk using the tried and tested method that they've always stuck to. If it ain't broke, fix it.
Exactly. James, he's going to be just droning everything out here. He spots a couple players inside of that Aviate the Games place. It's frozen for me. We're back out, taking a couple pot shots, nothing landing. As he falls back, just playing with this clash. Pana just doing his thing, and really he can't get punished for it. There's 2 nades. There's a good amount of flashbangs, but that's not going to do anything.
What? Wait, okay, so Pana was close enough to the Surya gauge for it not to be active. That's how the breaching round got through, right?
Yeah, that is how it got
But
through.
how didn't it detonate?
Because it hit
Was
the shield.
his shield already electrified?
I just think if it hits the shield, it doesn't. You have to hit the floor with it, like. But it doesn't matter if you're hitting shields or not. Mario's hitting heads. Shadia hits the ground 6 feet deep. Now Saw falls back on into sight. Cloud and the Clash still holding. I'm not too sure why they wouldn't have just rotated around and seeing this setup here, because it is a menacing setup. It's a lot to deal with. So, Dnmk, you could just go back around and attack from master bedroom side, because the resources are spread thin. Speaking about resources, though, good shot from either player, but nothing connecting just yet. Leventus finally picks up the kill, and now it's going to be a soul clash to deal with. Never mind. One of the players back on the Clash, and the Clash is able to fall back to site. 1 minute 13 seconds on the clock, and the defenders are all back around site. Panda is playing around this landing area. AML could be a little bit aggressive here, and I'm not too sure if it's going to come back to bite him. He shoots the drone and just falls back. That's the smart play. Teetering around this area here is Dnmk. 50 seconds to make this execute happen. Phoenix trying to hold on. They don't have the numbers, but they do have the time and hope. They can hope. There's no pressure from this master bedroom side, so they know where everyone's coming from. I don't think this is a strategically correct move from Dnmk, but we move, and we'll have to see if Dnmk are going to be able to make it work for them. 25 seconds, the time's ticking down, still no major moves being made by Dnmk. They're gonna have to brute force their way on into this site, and just everyone standing still. Finally that master bedroom presence, but it's not gonna be enough. It's only one player, and it's so late that I don't think it's gonna do too much. The C4 takes, oh, here's the shotgun though, and it's gonna be a free double kill. Yeah, this round is as good as over. Okay, there are many points where I can see that round went wrong. No master bedroom presence. You see all that utility on that side. You have the buck. Go play vertical, open up the wall, and just go for that master bedroom side. Because then they have to either rotate all that utility or just leave it there. Like, at least do a split instead of that 5-push study. I don't know if I agree with that, and it didn't work out. So yeah, 4-5. This is the scoreline I was saying it gets a bit scary for Dnmk, because the ball is rolling and it's become a boulder now. Phoenix, they're rising.
I like that. The boulder is growing. The snowball continues to grow as it's seemingly downhill right now for Dnmk. That last round I have to highlight though. Leventis and Dandaman, this is what we were saying at the start of the stream. Dnmk are a really nicely coordinated team. They have this discipline that structured, like Empire kind of playstyle that you were alluring to earlier, where when they were facing, yes, it was a questionable decision to go head on into the bulwark of the defense in Aviator games. Pana and Clout, they were holding the fort there, and so much util there for Dnmk to try to face it head on. It wasn't really working out for them. That being said, though, the teamwork that they used to get rid of Clout is just beautiful. I love to see it. So that coordination needs to, I think, step up a little bit, because the guns on Dnmk have cooled down a little. Cooling down is a relative term that I use very sparingly here, because Edward is on 16 kills so far. On the side of Phoenix, they really have woken up. They are rising, like you said. They're getting these rounds, and now it's so close to being equal. Round number 10, 4v5 in the favor of Dnmk.
Yeah, Edward, he has not had much impact onto this attacking half. He's only picked up 1 kill, and he's racked up a good amount of 4 deaths here. Which obviously not great, but can you blame the guy? He's 16 and 7. I think he's done his job for this game. But I know the DNMK camp is a little bit sad after that C4 cleaning him up, because just because he's slowing down doesn't mean he can't speed back up at any time he wants. But Saw said he was gonna pop off, and I don't think he was lying right now. Why do I talk? Why do I talk? James picks up Saw. I don't know why I talk. And Cloud picks up Juventus. Cloud, he just gets out of there in time. Perfect timing, Dandaman. He gets sieged there. And it could have been a 3-on-3, but instead it's a Clout with a crippled leg. But he still has a gun. So as long as he has a gun, he still has a hope. 1 minute 30 on the clock. They have the vertical, but they don't have the buck. And AML just gets shot at through the floor. And this time it's lethal, as Mario picks him up 3 versus 3. Fighting their way back into this round after that C4 frag onto Edward, and Leventus getting dropped there by the Cloud. So yeah, now all that utility is going to be shot up from above, and we could be seeing a laundry plant fairly soon-ish. That's the first smoke being thrown out by Pana. 1 minute on the clock, and he's fairly safe here, just going to be able to throw out smokes. If the Buck was still alive, I feel like DNMK would have much easier time to play this vertical. But obviously he's not, and you can't revive people. This isn't Valorant. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I like that little vertical hole, which allows you to hear the barbed wire being broken or walked through from below. That is pretty smart. But Cloud, he was crippled earlier, and now he's just deceased. And a 2 versus 3. They still have 1 more smoke grenade, which can waste more time. There's still 1 up, and Mario doesn't have the HP to get the bomb down. Neither does James, as he's shut down. Dandaman, he's around 75 HP. The wall and laundry being opened up, but look at these attackers' positions. They're not close at all. This could be an easy frag onto Shady, and this round should be cleaned up. And actually, Dandaman, he's rushing through. He knows he's behind the shield. 1 second on the clock. Oh my goodness, Pana, you.
Oh, my heart is in my mouth right now, because that was so close there.
That was a...
Oh my word. Phoenix. I said in the first round, in the first map rather, that Phoenixes are creatures that die in fire, and it was pretty fiery. 7-2, not the best of scorelines. But right now it seems like they are they're reawakening. The rebirth is coming through. They have caught on steam. That momentum that they picked up has not stopped. That's 4 rounds in a row for them.
Yeah, the train stopped at the Edward station, and it's going to the Phoenix station now. All aboard, Phoenix.
Correction, that's 5 rounds in a row that they have put together.
Yes, that is 5. They were 5-0 down.
Imagine that.
That's 5-0 for the people that aren't good at math. I'm not good at math either, but 5-0, 5-5. Yeah, you do the math. It's DNMK need hope the mentals in the gutter probably right now as well. But they have these players. Like, look at this. Look at this. The player card from Dnmk. You have Dnmk, you have Leventus, Edward, Mario, James. All of these players capable on their own and on a team on lethal. They just need someone to calm them down and just breathe. Remember, it's a game. You have to breathe. You have the time to breathe. So just slow it down, and you should be okay. But
Right.
Phoenix, that's a thing. Are they going to slow down? Right now, no. That pistol kill, though, would have been amazing, and it would have been a 6-4 Dnmk. But we didn't get it, so in the alternate timeline that did happen, I would like to see what happens. And, oh, he sees the feet. You saw the feet, Edward! And he knows he's right there, and he scurries on away. There you go. Well, my AML, he's booked it. He's not taking a chance there. They want to guarantee themselves overtime. Panny guarantees himself a casket. And a closed casket as that one as he gets shot up by Edward. And there it is, Edward! The train may not be in the station, but doesn't mean he doesn't have a car now. He's in the car and he's driving on forward. And he's going to be rappelling in, I think. James as well, they're all in. This is an aviator hold though, so they do still have a good amount of ground to cover in this Edward car. But
How much are you willing to bet he's going to get 20 kills by the time we're done?
I mean, if Phoenix don't allow him to, then no. But the thing is, he's picking up these frags that he's singling out 1v1s and winning them. So Phoenix plays this as a team. I doubt he'll get the 20. But right now, after that first kill onto Pana, they might be a little bit shaken up. That C4 not missing, but not hitting that lethal mark just yet. So I like this. Thing is, so much utility was inside of that master bedroom area and reinforcements, so now we're gonna have to see how it holds on. I want to see Dnmk rotate around to get a split push here, because they've spread Phoenix's resources thin and the players as well, so you should be able to get a fairly easy pinch push off, and Leventus, he's going to be the player that does that pinch push, as so he could be in for a little surprise here if he isn't careful, but he is. He hears the drone being cocked up, and pop, one tap. Good night, you can teabag on that one, Saw. And he just falls off to this bricks position. Shadia trying to swing something, and he sees the head, but the pre-fire doesn't ignite anything just yet. The matches are there, but the spark not just yet, and one falls, a second falls. No, actually, that's Shadia going down. Good refrag from Dnmk, and Dandman, yeah, she's going to be planting 2 versus 4 right now. Uh-oh, Phoenix, you've slowed down, and you've let Leventis speed up. Dnmk guarantee themselves overtime. But this isn't EUL, you don't want points, you want the win. And one more and we could be seeing it. Phoenix. The rebirth of that Phoenix was there. But is the rebirth all they need? Because an infant Phoenix to a fully grown dynamic? I don't want to bring in Pokemon references yet, so I won't do it.
Oh my.
This game is going all the way.
It really is. It really is. And a ton of events as Dnmk bring back that lead that they had. They're now at match point. So if they win this one, they're also at series point, mind you. So if they win this one, they take this best of 3 2-0. Phoenix, on the other hand, have been playing beautifully so far in the last 6 rounds, and I want to see them continuing to do so. I think might be getting a repeat of round number 9 as they are going back to trophy statuary. They have the Clash, they have Clout, who's on a Rooney. So last time Dnmk were completely unable to deal with that presence in the aviator side of this map. We'll have to see how they choose to adapt this time.
It's gonna be like that same setup. Honestly, not much went wrong for Phoenix other than losing that ground a little bit too fast, and Dnmk, like you said, they just need to learn from that past mistake and get this split push maybe, or just ignore that master side completely, because there's so much utility there. Clout going for an aggressive spawn peak, but not finding anything, only a drone. Considering things like, look at the mainstays. There's nothing on the mainstays to slow it down. And yeah, wait, no, we're defending statue. It makes more sense now. I was a little confused. But yeah, it's going to be the same sort of setup, and Dnmk yet again just going to go onto this brute force, it seems like. They have 4 people set up on this position. Master bedroom.
This is quite interesting and heavy focus and utility investment, if I do say so myself, from the side of Phoenix. They have Shadia, they have Pana and Cloud as well on this southern side of the map, trying to hold off the push that's coming from Study. There's one in this hallway. Shadia gets a few shots off, but not enough. James rushes into the vault, finds Shadia himself. Cloud on the other side was able to take out Dandaman before Leventis himself finds the refrag. He's just going back and forth right now. The C4 takes off Edward. It's now 2v3, a minute and 40 left to go, so a lot of early action in this round. Saw and AML have the hopes and dreams of Phoenix squarely on their shoulders because, like I said, this is match point, this is series point for Dnmk, and they are poised to take it.
They most definitely are. And 3 versus 2, the numbers are in the favor. And Master Bedroom was a good option, but the way they just cleared out that Aviator game side, it seems like a breeze. And the only consolation prize that Phoenix got there was that C4 kill from AML. Here comes a smoke grenade. Now Saw has this C4 ribbed, and he has that shotgun in hand. We saw what he can do from this room with that shotgun beforehand, but this time he has upgraded into a C4, and that thing can fly. Can he give it Phoenix's wings? Another flashbang coming out. This is just hold off. The flash is coming out. Saw, he drops triple kill for James right now. AML, he's going to be the last one. He picks up one. Double. He's going to have to hit a 4K, and he swings on the wide. Do they know he's here? Not too sure. Mario, he has the defuse, and he's going to go for the plant inside of statue. AML, he's rotated out of the site that they decide to go for. And now he gives up his position. 2 versus 1, 22 seconds. The plant decides to go down now. They're planting back inside of Trophy. A little swing and back and forth. Mario 1 versus 1, but he swings wide, and there's the game. GG. Well played. From the ashes they rise, but back to the ashes they fall. And that is Dnmk's game. 2-0.
I just want to see how many kills Edward has, as he's the MVP of this map. Most definitely the MVP of this series. 17 kills. James 13, Leventis 10. That is quite impressive, if I do say so myself. Dnmk had such a good run on Cafe. They really were in control. They had the tempo firmly in their reins. And then on map number 2, they started out so strong, 5-0 up. But Phoenix started mounting what would have been a comeback before Dnmk said, hey, guys, we're way too close to match point to start throwing things now. Let's just end this. And there you have it, 7-5, a beautiful game, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. There was like no back and forth rounds at all. It was just 5 for Dnmk, 5 for Phoenix, and then Dnmk just ran off with it in the end. Which is very lucky considering one more round from Phoenix would have guaranteed overtime, and it was a little more back and forthy there. But the rounds got closer and closer, but yeah, Dnmk, they just stood up, and I think Leventis, he woke up as well, which just ended up being the... Yeah, that's that in the end, and that is our only semifinals for tonight. Be here with us tomorrow as we go through, I think 2 tomorrow? Or is it just 1 as well?
Tomorrow is just going to
It's just
be
gonna be the
the
one.
last quarter final, Imperial 7 versus Bravado at 12 p.m. For now, though,
Alright.
we'll have to say goodbye to Phoenix as they drop out of the tournament, and we'll say goodbye and good night to you all. Thank you so much for watching. You can keep up to date with all this news and information on our Twitter, twitter.com/WorldLeagueESP. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that tomorrow, 12 p.m., you catch the game between Imperial 7 versus Bravado. I have been Olympus. This is
I've been
Peace.
Sunset. Cheers, guys.
I know it's